Most people think a heart attack is the loudest way a life breaks. They're wrong. For Lisa, it was the sound of a plastic card sliding across a grocery counter. It was the silent, paralyzing beat of the 2 seconds it took for the machine to say, "declined." It wasn't that she didn't have the money, it was that she didn't know where it was. She didn't know who she owed, what was left, or why her life felt like a sieve. In that moment, standing under the flickering fluorescent lights with a line of strangers behind her, Lisa realized she wasn't a woman living a life. She was a ghost being haunted by her own choices. She was a passenger in a car with no brakes, heading toward a cliff she had spent years pretending didn't exist.
Lisa lived in the fog. Every morning began with a frantic check of her banking app, one eye half closed, praying the number was blue and not red. Her mail sat on the kitchen counter like a pile of unexploded landmines. She wouldn't open them. If she didn't see the numbers, they weren't real, right? Lisa wasn't reckless in some dramatic way. She was a passive spender. When she was sad, she bought a new pair of shoes for a temporary high. When she was bored, she scrolled through apps, clicking "Buy Now" just to feel like she was making progress. She wasn't building a life, she was escaping from it. She blamed her boss for not paying enough. She blamed the economy. She blamed the unexpected car repair, even though cars always break eventually. Emergencies weren't surprises, they were part of life. She felt like she was treading water in the middle of a storm, and the harder she kicked, the deeper she sank. Her money wasn't a tool, it wasn't freedom, it was a monster she was feeding just enough to keep it from eating her alive.
One rainy Tuesday, Lisa sat on her floor, surrounded by those unopened envelopes. She finally tore one open, then another. And as the numbers spilled out, she didn't cry. She felt a cold, hard clarity. She looked at a receipt for a dinner she couldn't remember eating. She looked at a subscription for a gym she never visited. She realized that for every dollar she had passively let go, she had handed away a minute of her future freedom. She was trading her life, literally her hours and her days, for things that didn't even make her happy. That was the day the victim died. Lisa decided she was tired of being the cargo. She wanted to be the captain. She didn't just want to save money, she wanted to take back her agency. She realized that intentionality isn't about restriction, it's about power. It's about looking at a dollar and saying, "You work for me now. You go where I tell you to go."
The change didn't happen overnight, but the feeling did. Lisa began to treat her finances like a masterpiece. Every morning she sat with her coffee and a notebook. She wasn't just tracking expenses, she was drawing a map. She started intentional spending. Before, she would buy things to fill a void. Now she bought things to build a bridge. She started saying no to the small, impulsive urges so she could say a massive, roaring yes to her dreams. She felt a strange new sensation, calm. The noise in her head, the constant buzzing anxiety about the next bill, simply vanished. When she walked into a store, she walked with a different posture. Her shoulders were back. She wasn't a slave to the marketing or the sales. She was the authority. She was the one holding the brush. Her bank account started to grow, yes, but more importantly, her spirit grew. She had moved from the chaos of the storm to the stillness of the helm. She was finally, for the first time in her adult life, in control.
Lisa found her power in a simple exercise, and I want you to take it from her today. For every single dollar you spend from this moment forward, I want you to perform a mental ritual. Before you tap that card, before you click checkout, I want you to stop. Pause for 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, look at that purchase and ask yourself, is this choice aligned with the masterpiece I am building, or is it just more noise? Make one intentional choice today, just one. Choose a direction instead of just drifting. Take the wheel back, even if it's just for one small turn, because your money is your ink. Stop letting it spill.
But listen to me and listen well. If you choose to walk away from this and stay in the fog, if you continue to let your money flow without intention, you are not just spending, you are handing over the keys to your future to strangers and to your own weakest impulses. If you don't take control now, your life will remain a turbulent, unpredictable mess. You are guaranteeing a future of constant struggle where you will always be a victim, always be unlucky, and never ever reach the stability you crave. The chaos won't go away on its own. It will grow. It will swallow your dreams, your sleep, and eventually your hope. Intentionality is the only lifeline you have left. Ignore it at your peril. Because a life without a plan isn't a life at all. It's just a long, slow wait for the end. Take the wheel now, before the storm takes it for you.
If this message feels like it hit home, that's no accident. It's your inner voice calling for change. And here's the truth. Staying the same won't get you anywhere new, but taking action will. That's exactly why thousands of people just like you have already broken free from living paycheck to paycheck by following a simple, proven blueprint. You don't need special skills, you don't need a second job. What you need is the right system, and it's already helping over 55,000 members build real financial freedom. So, here's your choice. Close this video and go back to business as usual, or click the link below and take your first step towards stability, freedom, and the life you know you're meant to live. The opportunity is here. The question is, are you ready to take it?